everyone, this is Maki. Episode 11 of GQuuuuuuX has been released and it has shocked many fans. This time, we will analyze how Char Aznable's ideology has changed. While the mobile suit that appeared in the final scene and the song that was performed are receiving a lot of attention, there are plenty of other interesting points too. Now, before I get into the main topic, I have a quick announcement. I'm looking for support through memberships on my channel. For just 99 cents a month, you can get a name badge and comment stamps. Alright, let's begin the analysis. Char Aznable's change in ideology is very important. Let's focus on what he said in his conversation with Kycilia Zabi in episode 11. Kycilia says I'm planning to wipe out all the old people clinging to Earth. Isn't that exactly what you wanted most? This idea aligns perfectly with Char Aznable's original ideology in the Universal Century. He tried to drop multiple asteroids onto Earth and detonate a large number of nuclear weapons simultaneously, aiming to severely pollute the planet's environment. By rendering Earth uninhabitable, he intended to force humanity to migrate into space. In response to Kycilia's words, Char talks about how he sees new types. He replies, I understand that a new type is someone with a kind heart and excellent insight. At first glance, this seems like a very different way of thinking from the original Universal Century Char. What could have caused such a significant change in his beliefs? I know, it's okay. Some of you might be thinking that's inaccurate after hearing what I've said so far. Char Aznable's mind is complex. Even in the original Universal Century, Char wasn't just a cold-hearted revolutionary. Now, let's take a closer look at Char's counterattack. There is a scene in which Char talks with his lover, Nanai Miguel. Nanai says the following to Char. Amore is a man who mistakenly believes that kindness is a new type's weapon. A woman might be able to accept such a man. However, you can't accept Amro, who thinks that way. That's the gist of what Nanai says. How does Char respond? He doesn't say a word. Instead, he stares at his drink, lost in thought. He neither agrees nor disagrees with Nanai. After the conversation ends and Char leaves, Nanai angrily throws away the glass Char had been staring at. Why did she get angry? That's left up to each viewer's interpretation. Now, let's pay attention to the scene after the final battle. Char remarks on the gentle, warm, mysterious light emitted from the cycle frame. With a complex expression, Char says it's these warm-hearted people who end up destroying Earth. Despite his determination to wipe out the people living on Earth, Char still acknowledges that people have warmth in their hearts. After hearing all this, you might be thinking, wait a minute. Doesn't the Char in GQuuuuuuX have the same ideology as the Char in the original Universal Century? The ideologies might be similar. However, there's a big difference between the two Chars. The difference between the two Chars is whether or not they speak their true feelings without hiding them from those around them. Char sees Amore as an enemy, yet he also trusts him. Even during battle, he happily says that's my rival, alright with a pleased look and tone. His feelings toward Nanai, on the other hand, are different. Using his new type ability to sense Nanai's emotions, Char says Nanai, stay out of things between men. Char rejects Nanai. He speaks his true feelings to Amro, whom he trusts deeply. But to Nanai, whom he trusts less, he responds with rejection. That's the Char from the original Universal Century. The Char in GQuuuuuuX tells Kisilia his true thoughts. Kisilia is the person who killed Char's father. This Char has even tried to kill her before. Perhaps Char has given up his desire for revenge against Kisilia for some reason. However, it seems unlikely that he trusts her deeply. After all, Char hasn't seen her even once since the battle at the Solomon Space Fortress ended. A distinctive feature of GQuuuuuuX's Char is that he will not hide his true feelings even to people he doesn't trust. What's the difference between Char in the original Universal Century and Char in GQuuuuuuX? The most significant difference is whether he met Lolo soon. In the original Universal Century, Char did meet Lolo. During his battle with Admiral Ray, Lolo was killed. This experience leads Char to the conclusion that in this day and age, new types are only used as tools for killing. He chose to live as a warrior. He continued living as a warrior, hoping that an era for new types would someday come. There's a line in Zeta Gundam that reflects Char's ideology. Let's check out episode 36. Char says it to the main character Kamyu Eden, who is grieving the death of Fo Murasame. Kamyu, I do feel sorry for you, but your body must not die yet. As long as a warrior is alive, he must keep fighting. This is very different from the words someone with a kind heart and excellent insight that Char spoke in GQuuuuuuX. Meeting and losing Lola greatly impacted Char's beliefs. Now, let's pay attention to the opening theme song lyrics of GQuuuuuuX. At the beginning it sings, "If only I hadn't stopped walking in front of the ticket gate. Would I have lived happily without ever knowing your face?" At first, it seems to describe Mochu and Miran. But couldn't it also represent Char and Lolo's relationship? Char has a different ideology than in the original Universal Century. What choice will he make at the end of the story? However, Char in GQuuuuuuX has been transformed by the mysterious power emitted from Sharon's rose into Char, wearing a Zeon military uniform. I got the impression that this was almost a denial of Char's changed ideology. What does this scene mean? How would you interpret Char's appearance? If you'd like, please share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching until the end. See you in the next show.